Hey whales, good morning. Happy Saturday. Let's go over and recap the markets and Tesla for next week's trading session. For those that don't know me though, I'm a full-time trader. I do these updates every single day. And if you want my actual trades though, guys, come join Discord. I give my exact entries, targets, stop losses, everything that you need here to succeed. So if you need help in figuring out when to get into companies like Tesla, Nvidia, Meta, come join. You're going to make a lot of money with us. So we'll see you guys here. All right, so with that said, let's jump in. So coming into last week, we were looking for a low within the markets, and we potentially do have the low in place with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, finishing off all of a flat A, B, C, right? And now, if this low can hold, guys, right? If this low can hold, we're looking for a bullish sequence. Now, a few things to consider. Typically, after a large downtrend, you're going to get a lot of choppiness across the lows, guys. A lot of swings within range, right? Because it's sort of in this accumulation phase, right? You're going to get a lot of sort of short-term sellers, algos working here, right? And they're just trying to figure out whether or not this is the official bottom. So you're going to get a lot of chop here. So as long as price can stay above, even if it makes swings, ups and downs, as long as price can stay above the recent low, right, we can call this a potential bottom for now, right? However, we do have to keep in mind that this could also happen where we make one more marginal low for this official wave 5 to be in, because the transportation sector, the yen pairs, right, in Japan, the Nikkei, as well as oil, they still are not at equal lengths, right? So they're still looking for one more move towards the downside. And if that happens, that could put pressure on U.S. equities. So just be mindful that this could also happen, and if this does happen as a long-term investor, you should definitely, in my opinion, accumulate and buy, right? But for now, let's go with the bullish path, and let's see sort of how it looks like on the 30-minute time frame. So diving into the 30-minute time frame, right? Our Discord group, we actually went long here, right, at 227, and we actually went long here as well, right, at 242. So we're in pretty good on Tesla, right? We're in a risk-free trade. Our stops are essentially risk-free. And now we're looking to see whether or not Tesla can make one more wave higher for a wave 5 to put in all of a wave 1 before a larger dip that occurs for a wave 2. And then again, if the low can hold, right, if it stays above, no matter how deep this retracement is, again, it's going to be extremely choppy. This can officially be a wave 3 towards the upside now and break out. So still some time left, guys, right? A lot of choppiness, right? From this 3 to the 5, if you take a look, it took about 26 days, guys, right? So this could also take about 26 days, about a month of chop before we see any significant gain, right? So this wave 2 can actually be all the way extended to here, right? So just keep that in mind that, it might take a little while for Tesla to bounce off these lows as long as price stays above, right? So this level at the 5th wave, okay? So we're looking anywhere between 282 to about 300, guys, as that target, right, on the intraday. So my opinion is if you're an investor, stay long, right? Stay long, accumulate, especially anything under 250 bucks. For a trader, if you wanted to go into Tesla, you would buy, right? You would essentially buy now, and you would essentially buy the ABC dip here, okay? With a stop loss underneath 213. This is your invalidation level. So those would be sort of your main call outs for now, right? So for our Discord, we already took profits, half profits. We're going to start to accumulate as well. We're going to see whether or not this low can hold or if we get one more marginal low. So again, if you need help in figuring out the exact entries, guys, I'm telling you, we're absolutely killing it in Discord. Come join, right? And last thing I want to leave with is that for Bitcoin, I want to take a look at the weekly time frames for Bitcoin here. The reason why is Bitcoin and Tesla have been sort of mirroring each other, okay? Let me go down to the 3-day time frame here. So you can see that potentially all 5 waves are in for 1, okay? And you see a B, C. So essentially, this could be the lows here, and we go up in this blue path. But there is a double correction that could occur where we get a WXY coming down, right? Like this, WXY. All right. But Bitcoin does look like it has a potential bottom here. So if Bitcoin is looking like a potential bottom, then US equities like Tesla has a potential to at least bounce, right, back to the 50. Okay. So we put on some targets here for Bitcoin, right? We're looking at Bitcoin to come to at least $92 or 92,000, right? So a good bounce, right? And that would put some good levels on Tesla here as well. Okay, let me get the 382 as well. So yeah, Tesla is looking anywhere between 320 and 380 as its main targets. All right. So we can get that bounce on Bitcoin. We can get this bounce on Tesla. All right. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated overall. Let's see how the markets are going to reveal itself. Again, stay long if you're long. If you get that one more marginal low, right, you should be buying that, right? I wouldn't be sellers at this point. I'd be, I wouldn't sell, right? I wouldn't sell, in my opinion. I think at these levels, you should definitely be a buyer. If you're a bear, right, just be careful. You can short the bounce, but I wouldn't short at these levels, right? It doesn't make sense to me. Okay, so until then, talk to you guys soon and have a great rest of your weekend.